deflection man to put you in jail. You're the queen
I
of
take that
deflection.
back. I think you did.
Oh my God.
This is over after today. I'm never gonna look at your face again.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, because I learned so much.
Bye-bye.
Jacqueline told me so much that you and my brother were doing. He told me, you know, Joe's ex-partner, he didn't go to jail because he outed me. And they were hanging out with him, and they were speaking to him. That's why it's gonna be over after tonight. I can't wait.
Oh, why? Where are you going?
You're leaving.
Oh, I am? All right.
Say
Oh,
yeah.
wow. I didn't
you
know,
think she's
Yancy.
leaving the show?
I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna coexist, the two of
She
us.
just told me I'm leaving,
Well,
so
maybe
I
by
guess...
the end of the day, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
A furious conflict between two stars has put the Real Housewives of New Jersey on pause. According to information acquired by Page 6, raising the level of drama to an all-time high on the set. The production of the well-liked reality TV show has been abruptly put on hold due to Teresa Giudice and her sister-in-law Melissa Gorga being involved in a serious and heated estrangement, according to sources close to the project. There has apparently been a delay in contract discussions because Bravo officials are reportedly at a loss for what to do in the given situation. Therefore, neither a contract for the following season nor a firing have been extended to any members of the cast. The network is stuck as a result of the ambiguity surrounding the program, and the release date for season 14 is still undetermined. So, what exactly happened? Was the feud really so big that they were forced to halt the filming? Want all the details about this? Then make sure to stick with us till the end of the video so that you don't miss anything. Hey everyone, welcome back to Topish. We have some exciting stories that are full of lip-smacking delicacies, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. With that being said, let's begin. Finally, the stormy Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 13 reunion has arrived, and as expected, things have gotten more poisonous. Melissa Gorga and Teresa Giudice had no loyalty to one another at all. Thus, there are no restrictions. Although Bravo has divided this reunion into 3 parts to make it easier to take in, we have a feeling that we won't feel completely at ease by the end of the season. The Real Housewives of New Jersey controversy was quickly introduced in the opening segment of the reunion. For the 80 millionth time, Daniela Cabral and Rachel Feud quarreled about Margaret Joseph's armory. They finally put it to rest thanks to Dolores Catania, the love guru. For Trey and Melgo's protracted history of drama, the same cannot be true. The first episode of the Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 13 reunion featured 5 key lessons, which are listed below. Real Housewives of New Jersey will always return to its roots, even though we're currently in the 12th season. First, when Joe Giudice called Trey to ask for a recommendation to Bill Aiden's plastic surgery office, Andy Cohen's attempt to start the reunion was cut short. Andy had the chance to quiz Joe on a few topics, primarily whether he saw the show or missed filming. Juicy acknowledged that he had only actually watched while he was imprisoned, but he preferred not to associate with other males who shared his enthusiasm. There are other nods to vintage Jersey in this episode as well. Of course, when Marta's friend Laura Maraska Jensen was unavoidably brought up, Teresa had to recap how Melissa got on the program. The women were talking about how Laura tried to get on the program, but Andy said it would be more interesting to play her as Marge's foe. This story is so old, Dolores remarked from the sidelines as Trey quickly interrupted to draw a comparison between the predicament and how Melgo joined the show. Girl, we can all relate. Later, the name-dropping of Jacqueline Larita, Dina Monzo, and Caroline Monzo gave the reunion a Real Housewives of New Jersey feel. An angry Teresa has come into the picture now. Teresa arrived at the reunion with a fresh, short haircut that complemented her sassy demeanor. She and Melgo entered the space dressed in zany old pictures of the women and prepared to conduct the business. Trey declared that she was prepared to end the chapter and continue. Before kissing her least favorite sister-in-law farewell for good, Melgo wanted to reveal some truth. Of course, Teresa didn't even try to hide her desire for Melissa to be fired prior to the start of the following season. After tonight, she will undoubtedly no longer be a part of Teresa's life, she declared. Although these parties have been fighting for years, this was a new low. She was prepared to fight at the reunion, but she wasn't ready to respond to inquiries she didn't want to deal with. Trey said that Dina didn't want to be a housewife because she disliked the cameras when Andy questioned her decision. Deflection. Let's say it together. Andy then inquired about Joe Gorga's claim that Luis Ruelas and Dina's men were at odds about business. Neither Trey nor Melgo took the bait or gave it any life. Fishy. The fact that Teresa sided the conflict with Melissa has unluckily been appropriated by Luis is the hardest aspect of watching. Trey is now more unreliable than ever as a storyteller because of her adamant justification of his dubious actions. Don't hold your breath though. To get all of our beau detailed questions answered, Andy indicated we'd have to wait until Luis took the stage. We doubt that we will ever be psychologically ready for anything. Daniela and Rachel laid down their weapons. Sincere to God, the first episode spent entirely too much time on Rachel and Daniela's protracted issues. Even Andy had to admit that. I'm sorry, but this is the most pointless fight. Once Marge saw how mild the scenario was in hindsight, she was unable to maintain her anger toward the comment about the arsenal. Dolores brought Rachel and Daniela back together after their final heated argument. They decided to forget about their argument and never bring it up again. Next season, hopefully, we'll witness these posh newcomers forming a partnership. Throughout the episode, Daniela had to deal with her brother's issues as well. She said she was going to her grandfather's funeral the day after the reunion. Unfortunately, her estranged brother would also be present. Daniela didn't have a remedy for the problem, but she did share an amusing fact about what her brother thought about Real Housewives of New Jersey. This was his favorite show, Daniela said, so he undoubtedly observed. What about awkward? Please, let's put the brother in a confessional chair right away to figure out what's going on. Alternatively, he may appear as a guest on Watch What Happens Live and voice all of his opinions about Bravo. Melissa is dangling on a thread. Melissa attempted to enter the reunion in the same vigor as Teresa, but it was obvious she was playing a losing strategy. When it comes to her relationship with Trey, she's actually been in this position for a while. But Melgo just won't stop stoking the flames. She sounded extremely defeated overall. After meeting Luis, Teresa used the same flimsy defense that she'd felt thrown away. Moreover, she merely kept expressing how sad she was at the passing of her family. We accept it, but you must also give us something else, okay girl? Even though it's obviously past the point where anything can be done about it, Trey and Melissa are both to blame for reaching this sad position. Additionally, Melissa gave off the impression that she was aware that her television job would be in jeopardy, now that Teresa and she are no longer friends. Trey remarked of Melgo's reality TV career, "Your whole storyline was me, and we don't see any lies being spread." Even Andy rolled his eyes at Melissa's valiant effort to come across as hip and fascinating. Really, she genuinely used such adjectives to describe herself. If Melissa weren't so focused on the TV show, she could have a compelling case. For instance, she feels unable to reprimand Teresa for discussing their children on television when she reiterated at the reunion that the four daughters have animosity for Melissa. Gorgas, you've had more than 13 years to get your tail straight, yet it still doesn't make sense. We're all locked up in Melissa and Teresa's feud. Trey's time at camp was unavoidably discussed because Teresa and Melissa seemed to view this reunion as a final confrontation in which to air all of their grievances. Trey explained that after being released from prison, she felt pressure to maintain good relations with the Gorgas. Additionally, she stated that Joe only paid her a visit once while the cameras were rolling. Melissa responded by accusing Trey of being unfair and saying that Joe wasn't on the visitors list until she required him for the movie. This family is the epitome of death by fame and money, with all seriousness. When Trey was outlining all she brought to Real Housewives of New Jersey that Melissa hadn't, she also mentioned going to jail. It sounded like a TikTok video. "I had a baby on the show, I got married on the show, and I went to jail on the show," Trey remarked. This type of fan behavior was displayed by Melissa after Trey used the J word. As Andy listened to this circular argument, it should be noted that there was no life behind his eyes. Trey dropped a bomb at the very end, which Jacqueline was informed of. According to rumors, Joe and Melissa were friends with Joe Giudice's former business partner, who escaped punishment from their combined misdeeds. Business partner outed Trey to the authorities, according to Jacqueline. Trey retracted her assertion that Caroline had imprisoned her. Trey corrected himself. "I take that back. I think you did," to Melissa. The collective shock in the audience served as the ultimate cliffhanger to get us on board this runaway train again for part 2 the following week. That ends today's video. Please leave a comment below to let us know what you think will happen. Like and share this video to stay up to date on their progress, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Topish keeps you up to date on all the latest Hollywood celebrity news, drama, and gossip. Subscribe to our channel and check back for new videos and updates, and we'll see ya in the